Welcome back to the Charles Owen Experience.
To the Charles Owen Experience.
Round two.
Music.
From yesterday.
Round two, we're back.
We're back. We had an incident with the memory card. It's all good now. We're back now. You wouldn't know any different if you're listening or watching.
You wouldn't know any different. Unless you saw the other one, then you'd know.
Yeah.
Then you'd be pretty sure indeed.
You'd be pretty sure this is number 2. Guys, remember, like, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify. If you're on Spotify, top left-hand corner, they've made it more difficult to rate the podcast. Press the 3 dots, go to rate the show 5 stars, do that.
They did that?
Yeah.
Just for us?
They hit it a little bit.
Fucking hell. We must be victims of our own success.
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, big time. YouTube, Spotify, do all that now.
Yeah, all right. Oh, quickly. Camp. BJJ Focus Camps in June in Leuven. Me, Jason Rao, €363, 9 to 14th of June. Thank you very much. I remembered all the details.
Yeah.
I'm going to be releasing a technique video to display the K guard that's going on. Right.
Oh.
Bloody hell. I knew that would happen.
All right. Just leave it there.
It's just going to dry up, I guess. That's what water does. It's part of the cycle.
Moving
cool.
on.
All right.
Quickly moving on. You had a match on the weekend.
Yes.
How did it go?
Well,
I want to hear about it all over again.
It went poorly. So, I mean, I can't pretend this is the first time I've thought of it now. So, basically,
What happened?
I lost via decision. I got my guard passed 3 times, I think. And
Which is crazy because
go on.
that doesn't happen often.
No, it doesn't happen that often. But, you know, once I get tired, I guess you've got to play tactically and try and avoid giving sub attempts over the passes and stuff. You know, as it's a sub-only rule set, it's more risky to be extremely exhausted where they can just get you with any sub than it is to give up position.
Yeah.
Tactically. Yeah. So, why I feel like I had to give up position. So, good counters off the leg entanglements and generally, yeah, just not wanting to get too tired where I can't attack or can't defend. A good quality bit of pressure plus submission. And yeah, that's it basically.
How do you reckon one improves their gas tank for this style of match?
Yeah, it's more tactical, I think. Obviously, you could just do shark tanks with people that are just spazzing and trying to jump on you like from all angles. Maybe not spazzing, but like people jumping on you means you got to like hold their body weight for a second whilst you get your grips in. And if you don't get grips in at the end of it, that's bad because you've just taken their weight for nothing. You're flat on your back and then they're going to start running around like side to side and it continues to be tiring in different ways. So yeah, you get tired in cardio tired and you get muscle fatigue tired as well, which is bad if you don't get any submission attempts out of it.
At your level, do you think it's to do more with like getting that kind of reactions during training or a different strategy for approach?
Probably just a different approach. Like I said last time on the last podcast, which we'll never ever see. Yeah, just want to make a less good quality connection to the legs and then work from there to get, you know, inside position with the legs rather than, so basically go from like, you know, there was small periods of time where I was in weighted guard and that sort of stuff. I feel like doing as much of that as possible from the start, i.e. engaging first rather than waiting for him to jump in and counter is a better strategy because I'll get less tired.
There we go.
Yeah. Cool. Questions?
Let's get to some questions.
Let's begin.
Let's go.
Question 1. And we'll be saying everyone's names this time.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. How to explain to spazzy white belt motherfuckers to stop fighting for dear life, every roll, and relax.
This was question 1 from last time.
I remember it well. What a question.
We can say the exact same thing. Yeah. Relax on the pins, bro. Pin them.
Pin them and
pin them down.
Make them suffer the whole round. Don't have to sub them. Just pin them and make them suffer.
Yeah. If you are a spazzy white belt, learn how to chill out when you're getting pinned. I feel like that's when people get most panicked and because they don't want to get pinned.
This is how to explain to white belts though.
Pin them. Just do it to them.
Yeah, you can't explain it with words because if they're spazzy, they don't believe in the moves. So you just have to do it to them, and then after like 5 minutes of struggling, they'll genuinely realize that it works.
Yeah,
and that you're just strapped under mount.
Dark room them.
Dark room, and it can be so horrible that they'll just tap and restart, and then you just pin them again, and you give them no play. Fantastic. And and if you try and sub them, probably they're not going to recognize that how close they are to breaking their arm, and you've got to control a sub rather than a position for a long amount of time without getting injured whilst they're spazzing and, you know, all that. So
that's a longer protocol.
Better to just, you know, either get the back all the time and rear naked choke them where they can't injure you with spazzing, or just put them in mount and just, I mean, you can sub them from mount, or better just wait for them to
keep them there,
relax in mount, and just do that every single round until they don't want to roll with you.
And they'll learn their lesson.
It's perfect, and then they'll get better at jiu-jitsu.
They'll learn their lesson.
All right.
Go for it, Chief.
Defending butterfly, Ashi, Achilles / Aoki Lock, especially later stage.
You gave the answer, but I forgot yesterday.
So early stage is try to backstep out of the position by controlling the legs. Like later stage than that, let's say you get tipped over, it's like holding the tricep and trying to work your way up to both feet whilst holding the tricep, and then try to backstep. And other than that, if you feel like you can push your heel back to the inside and you can spin, like giving up the heel hook to get free. What else? You can try and pull your knee all the way through to the floor. And super late stage, when they've already got your heel trapped on the chest, you've got to like block the leg and then spin around in a circle with it. And that way you'll basically escape that way.
There you have it.
That's my advice. I couldn't have put it more concisely if I tried. All right, do you want to do a question? Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a question yesterday that we forgot to do, or who sent it into the wrong place.
Go on. Oh, that fella.
That fella. Go on. This is for you though. All right, so this one's for you. I'm an old fat man. Wow, this is a long question. I used to deadlift a lot. I don't deadlift anymore as I'm focused on BJJ. I miss it and feel weak as fuck. If I deadlift at a decent weight, I lose a load of flexibility and lose my marginal ability to invert. Should I just be stretching more, or should I give up on the big numbers and just accept I'll be weak and can just about invert? Same on squats and triangles.
It depends how heavy you're lifting, but I'd just give up on the big numbers and still do deadlifts and squats. But you don't need to try and like break your PBs. I mean, doing a variety of training is doing a variety of exercises alongside those exercises is key. If you look at why powerlifters get really stiff, is because they're just focusing on those three lifts: bench, deadlifts, and squats, and those three alone. If you're doing various other exercises around that, like, you know, some Romanian deadlifts focusing on getting a big stretch, split squats, and you're doing some mobility at the start, internal and external rotation of the hips, and you're, you know, trying to get into deep stretch positions through like various exercises, then you'll be good. But like, you shouldn't be trying to lift as heavy as you can all the time, basically.
Feeling weak as well is very much like, if we're talking about jiu-jitsu, that's just probably bad techers.
That's bad tech. It's bad position.
Yeah, bad position.
Because you can be super strong and have no idea where to place your weight, and then you won't feel strong to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, we both know people who can deadlift a lot of weight and squat a lot of weight, but they don't feel as strong at jiu-jitsu because they don't know where to place their weight.
Yeah.
Or they hold on to like the wrong things and they're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not really there, is it?
No.
That's what you've got to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying to deadlift like really heavy and squatting really heavy, I don't think has a like to a certain point. To a point, it'll be great, and then once you get really strong in those exercises, change them up. Try some split stance deadlifts. Try some single leg deadlifts. Just try and like get better quality of movement. So like, can you do like split squat variations? Can you do deep tier plyo split squat variations? Can you do deep squat variations of like deep tier plyos? Basically, you want better mobility and coordination to move within deep ranges.
I wonder what the relationship is between people that deadlift a lot and people that can invert well.
Yeah.
Do you think it makes it, if you can deadlift a lot, you just can't invert that well?
If you look at some of the best Olympic lifters in the world, they're really flexible. They can get into full splits. They can get into, you know, a deep arse to grass squat with their hands directly above their head with like 100 plus kgs directly over their head in a perfect position. So
yeah,
they can, and those guys can deadlift a lot of weight. Like, shout out Dmitry Klokov. That fella can put 220 kgs plus over his head after cleaning it, and he could probably deadlift 300 kgs. I guarantee if he learned how to invert properly, he could do a good invert.
Fair enough.
But because he's trained, because he's also training to be flexible, and I don't think it's to do with a particularly lot of stretching, but doing good mobility drills and a wide variety of different training methods is going to help you become more mobile, rather than just focusing on squat, deadlift, and bench.
That's it then. There you have it.
Yeah.
That was the answer.
Put yourself in deeper ranges, deeper positions when you're training weights.
Yeah, and then not being able to triangle easily.
Thick legs.
Yeah. I think
that is an issue for some people. Some people just do have really thick legs.
Yeah.
Maybe focus on, if you got really thick legs and you like being big and strong, then crush people with your thick legs rather than trying to triangle them.
Yeah, just do arm bars and that, because you know you got no space between your thighs anyway, so may as well just go for the arm bar. Or you can still triangle with like one leg, kind of. You can just cross your legs instead. But yeah, realistically, if you got short legs, triangles are not the one for you.
Yeah.
Do something else. Simple.
There it is.
Jiu-jitsu's not for everyone.
Get better at guillotines.
Your legs are too thick. Okay, next question then. Thick legs.
Go on.
All right. Thoughts on Z-locks? Is it something you've investigated much? Indeed it is. It is in my first DVD. You can buy that. Continue to buy it. It's been going great. Monclizzy coming soon. Actually, I might get Christian's uncle to design me one.
Yeah.
He designed him one just now. It looks
with
like
submission grappling on it.
That would be perfect. Just right in the middle over the MC sign. Over the Monclizzy. That would be so cool.
Amazing. So you like the Z-lock? Yeah,
it's a fucking good move. If you can get there, you can finish people. But most of the time, you got to kind of... you get an opportunity for an outside heel hook, maybe, and they turn their knee out to defend, and you control the second leg. And then from there, you've got both legs, and it's very hard to escape, and they're going to get fucked. Yeah. So, yeah, big fan. If you can get it, you should definitely take it. I think it's one of the best moves in jiu-jitsu, full stop.
It's a terrifying move.
There's just nothing you can do. You're just watching. Your both legs are being twisted the wrong way. Your whole hip is going to break. What is even worth that? Nothing.
A gold medal?
Gold medals are cringe.
Yep.
How does Jozeph Chen hide tripod? What does he do? Is he magic? He is pretty magical. Fair play.
Joey Chen.
Joe Chen. Yeah, we've been doing a bit of that. So he just gets near side underhook and head position on the same side as the butterfly hook. Then he tiptoes himself all the way up to like a concave vex, whatever it is position.
Like a downward dog.
Like a downward dog, exactly. Just like a dog, like a racehorse. And he just what was I say? Hey,
like a racehorse.
Tripod.
Like a racehorse. Gets himself
okay.
He gets double underhooks, gets himself into that, like...
I think he gets one underhook, and then he goes head on the same side as the butterfly hook. TP's all the way up with his head on the floor, so he gets contact with the floor, and then when people try to butterfly hook him over, it feels like you can tip him over, but you can't, because he's got good, like, awareness of, like, his balance, because his head's already on the floor. So he can, like, feel how much his head is pressing against the floor and press back, relatively using his underhook. So he just basically keeps himself there, and then he'll push the second knee free, or he'll do like some combo of double underhooks and leg pummeling to finish the job. There it is.
Joe Chen.
Joseph Chen, what a man.
He was doing some good passing at the CC trials.
Great passing. Love to see Joseph Chen versus... Did he face Langaka?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably go watch that again.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Fair play.
He beat him.
Yeah.
Passing and that get him tight. I think it's
passing
with that tripod passing.
Sick.
Besides Copenhagen's and the adductor machine, is there any other way to train the adductors? Yes, Cossack squats, side to side squatting variations. You could do a Copenhagen variation where your foot is up on the bench, you drop your hips down, and then you push back up. I would say the best would be some weighted lateral squats. You've got a weight in your hand and you squat out to the side, keeping the opposite leg straight, and then when you come back up, that's going to hit the adductors.
Sick.
Even you could get landmine variation, landmine in front of you, weight in front, holding the weight, and then doing a side-to-side squat. It's going to hit the adductors, or with the weight on your back, or the weight in front of you.
Nice.
Those are going to be great.
Kettlebell swings?
No, it's not going to hit the adductors, mate.
Not at all?
No.
Not even a little, as you go?
No. It's going to be glutes.
Still, though. Hit something.
Still
hit.
Still, man.
Still get your legs.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, but that's going to be best for the adductors. The adductor machine is also very good. But basically, you could do an adductor squeeze with a little block, but that's not going to really be like of benefit if you already have strong legs. Doing that little squeeze is just going to help them get like activated. Good warm up before you start squatting. Get block, put it between legs, squeeze it for 30 seconds. That's nice.
Excellent warm up. What a time. Okay. How to stop a standing opponent who keeps looking to snap down into front head when I'm seated. Try to make grips on their hands as they come in. Try to keep your feet on the inside of their legs and hold their knees at the same time. So you can basically push their upper body away whilst pulling on their legs, and it will both relieve the pressure from the front headlock, but also prevent them from going to mount and finishing the front headlock. And that way you can both escape and get a cheeky counter on the legs. But you have to, have a good enough, you got to risk grabbing their legs and keeping your foot inside and not fighting the hands on your head in order to escape and actually keep the legs. Otherwise, if you lose the legs, not only do you not get the legs, but you lose the position, i.e. they manage to grab your head scot-free, and it's not looking good, fam. Yeah.
Like a racehorse.
Just like a fucking... Love those.
Like a racehorse.
Shout out the Grand National. We should play this time.
I'm cutting weight at the moment. Feel dead around... dead, bro.
Feel dead.
Around an hour and a half. On the mats, fully gassed out. Any tips? Depends how much weight you're trying to cut. Maybe you're trying to cut too much weight at once. I'd recommend timing your carbohydrates around the time of training. Eat plenty of carbohydrates before training. Have carbohydrates during training. Make sure you're fully hydrated as well. So drink lots of water before training, mid-training, and after training. And so around your calorie balance, fit those carbohydrates in around the time of training. And that's it.
If you're cutting weight and you're tired.
If you're cutting weight and you're tired. Try that. See how that makes a difference. It will make a difference. I guarantee.
Get some carbs.
We can quickly go on to this next one as well.
Is it related?
It's related, yeah. It's about Dante Leons, 800 grams of carbs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Dante Leons, nutritionist, having him eat 800 plus grams of carbs? Too much? Probably not, to be honest. That fella would no doubt be training 3 times a day and would be burning plenty of energy throughout the day. Carbs are the main source of energy when doing jiu-jitsu, so it's important to make sure those are topped up. And I'm sure he's not eating 800 grams of carbs every single day. Maybe he is, thereabouts. But what will happen is that he cuts quite a bit of weight to get to his weight class. So during the periods where he's not cutting his weight, it makes sense for him to have really high carbohydrates. So when they get into the weight cutting period, this can significantly reduce those carbohydrates and reduce his fiber. And because his body will respond really well to that because he's already used to having a high amount of carbohydrates. So it'll be easier for him to lose water and reduce gut content with the lack of fiber. So it'll be easy for him to make weight as well.
800 grams, what is that?
Of carbohydrates?
Yeah, what's 100 grams of carbs? Like one bowl of pasta, small bowl?
Let's say like 60 to 100 grams of cereal, which isn't much. That's like a pretty big bowl, like a big-ish bowl of cereal. That would be like 100 grams of carbohydrates. A medium-sized bowl of pasta could be 80 to 100 grams of carbohydrates.
That's not that much then.
Exactly, yeah. 800 grams of carbohydrates you could probably do.
Just 8 bowls of pasta with sauce and that.
Yeah. I mean, if you eat lots of pasta, bread, fruits, bananas, sports drinks, juices, you could easily do it. And also there's ways of getting like simple carbohydrates in to the max without feeling too full. Like let's say you go, okay, fuck, I need to eat 4 slices of white toast, bit of butter, bit of jam, smash that down. That's not too filling.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it is a lot of sugar.
It is a lot of sugar, but they're just burning them. It's not an issue, non-issue for these fellas.
Just, yeah. A lot of sugar. Yeah, it can be sickening though, I guess.
It can be sickening, but you'll get over it.
Yeah.
You'll
get over it.
You'll get through it.
What about diabetes? What about dying?
No, they're
what about
fine.
dying of health complications?
They'll be fine. They're you're fit, you're in good shape, you're exercising all the time. You won't even consider it because you won't be anywhere near being overweight, so it's not going to fuck with you. You're not going to just develop type 2 diabetes without being really fat.
Fair play. I guess you can also just like eat small amounts throughout the day and not have like enormous meals of sugar.
What he would do is similar to like basically what you were doing as well. Like when you wake up, you have food, during training, you're going to have like an intro workout, which is going to be like a sports drink.
Lucozade.
Lucozade.
Love those.
And then as soon as you finish training, you're going to have your lunch. So you're going to have a meal with a dessert probably, or like another sports drink or a fizzy drink. That's an easy another 50, 60 grams of carbohydrates plus a dessert. Then after that, you're going to have another snack. Then you're going to train again, intra-workout, post-workout. This is basically your life. Yeah, it's just eating all day. All you're doing is eating, training, and sleeping.
Yeah.
If you're a professional athlete, that's what your life is.
You just eat as much as possible in the downtime.
Yeah.
I wish, I don't want to say like I wish delivery were faster, but sometimes
you do.
I do. They are pretty fast though, fair play. Maybe they should give us money for this.
Yeah. Do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
All right. If you can only do one, is pre, during, and post-training, electrolytes more important. The post-training electrolyte is more important because you've already sweat out all your a lot of electrolytes then. So it would make more sense to replenish the electrolytes that you've just sweated out.
There you have it.
There you go.
Fair play. How to deal with self-doubt and anxiety after seeing my draw in brackets is way more accomplished. So if it is a tournament, then probably you just, try and get at least one thing that you did well, right? And also, if you paid for it, then you have to, even though you might get fucked very quickly, you've got to understand that you paid money, so you've got to at least enjoy the experience or gain something from it. So
get your money's worth.
Yeah, exactly. So if you just stress about it the whole time and then perform badly, you're probably not going to feel like you got your money's worth. But if you just try and enjoy your match, like, well, fuck it, I'm going to probably get fucked anyway, so I may as well just go and do my best, i.e. enjoy myself, then I would say that would be your strategy. If it's like a show and it's like a 1v1 against someone who you're way better than, then you can think of it more as like, I might have a good day and win. Like if I lose 95% of the time, maybe today will be my 5%, and you go out with your 5% mentality. But yeah, if you really expect to win, then you should feel like you should win on your worst day. And that is it.
Right. Basically, don't worry about what you can't control. Try and do your best on the day.
Yeah, basically that. And if just don't sign up to that division again, if you feel like there's no point and you're just going to get fucked or injured, then you should not be in that division. You should go and do it in another division or another competition or something where, you can actually,
that's a good point.
You're not really sure if you'll win or lose. Not that you'll definitely win or you'll definitely lose.
Challenge yourself.
Just a waste of time, basically. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do get like a lot like anxiety around signing up to competitions.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, it's scary.
It is stressful because
you just got to prepare well. You got to train hard. All the hard work should be done. By the time you get to the competition, you've literally just got.
At least it's not a team sport. At least you only disappoint yourself if you lose. Like, if it's football and you were shit, that's like 11. Oh no, you made the other team very happy on the other hand. But yeah, you've made it, 10 of your friends unhappy at the expense of 11 random people who are your enemies becoming happy. That's even worse in a way.
Chili oil for merch. Again, this is a great hoodie. Look at this hoodie, everyone. Submission grappling.
It's completely resistant to chili oil. Any spills?
Wow, really?
Yeah, we free refund to anyone who spills anything on any of their clothes.
Wow.
Actually,
no.
Actually, no. Actually, so I changed my mind now.
I take that back.
But see, it says Submission Grappling Club, and it's like it's a common enough term that you don't even have to really know about our school to consider it as
you could be like, I'm a part of Submission Grappling Club. I like submission grappling.
What is that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like the antisocial social club, or whatever they call it.
That's actually a club somewhere.
That's actually a thing. Wait, no, I don't think it is though.
No, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Christian Osbeck started it.
Yeah. I've been there actually. LPM. Upstairs, one of the rooms.
Shout out Rain Clothing. We need to get in touch with Rain Clothing ASAP to get this going.
Get some t-shirts, yeah.
Exactly.
With the royal blue. You missed the royal blue because the screen ran out of charge or whatever, but the royal blue t-shirt is just fantastic. I don't know if it's royal blue. It's just a very deep velvety tone, and it.
Shout out Deep Velvet.
It's like looking at you whilst you are it. It's fucking sick, man. It's weird. It's
anyway,
freaky.
Back to chili oil merch. We should get some merch.
Chili oil though.
That would be fun.
We could just do like 1 or 2 that I make at home.
I'll get in touch with Rain.
Send them out.
Get some hoodies.
I don't think they do chili oil.
Shout out, Rain.
All right.
Go on, son.
Go on. All right. No Gi Ezekiel details. So,
Embarrassing submission.
yeah, it's a great submission. From bottom mount, they take the double underhooks. But you don't let them get your arms all the way up too early, right? You want their head above your head, and you want them like, ideally posting their hands on the mat would be the ideal scenario, to be honest. But basically, once their head's above your head, you can try to fold your arms around your partner's neck and start to work the Ezekiel. And it's actually pretty hard once you feed your hands in. They don't really have space to push you away, and they don't really have space to hand fight. So I would definitely, and also it's competition proven. Tackett got it on Bradley Hill.
Did he? Fair play.
From top mount though. And then they switched it to close guard. Yeah, and then Bradley swept to close guard, but Tackett kept it all the way to standing and finished it face-to-face standing. And then also Craig was threatening it against Kanan Duarte. Yep. Shout out the Lakers. And he kept him from submitting him in mount for a long amount of time.
Just by threatening the Zeke.
Just by threatening the Ezekiel over and over again. And Kanan obviously being like, well, it's not worth it losing to that by any means when I'm points up.
No way.
Me neither.
Top neck exercises, bulletproof against stack.
Bulletproof.
You can't bulletproof yourself. If you get stacked really hard, it doesn't matter how strong your neck is, it's going to hurt. If you have a weak neck, it's obviously going to hurt more. I would say the top neck exercises are getting very strong and mobile shoulders, making sure your scapula can move properly, having a good push overhead, having a good push in front, having a good pull, and then very strong traps. And then as a direct neck exercise, some isometric holds on a Swiss ball on a wall, and you can move that down to a bench. I don't recommend doing too much of the direct neck work, because I think if you have very mobile, strong shoulders, I think that will take care of itself.
Warming up your neck before class, feel like no one really does that.
I've never seen you do that.
I've done it one time.
Yeah, I've done
in recent memory.
I've done it a couple times. What I actually do before I go to class, I jump on the floor and I do my shoulder warm-ups to get the shoulder blades moving properly. And I feel that really does help my neck as a hobbyist.
I do neck cars, and then if I was to do something, it'd be lying down and just head forward, head to the side, head left and right.
That kind of stuff.
Do some reps, get the neck warm, and even forward and backward rolls. I feel like really you should be able to backward roll out of a stack. So the times you get injured is when you look one way and try to backwards roll the other way, and then you just end up breaking your neck. So
double legging people, and they just
that was it. Yeah, or spiking in the head. So yeah, if you just double leg people with a blast double, you're probably going to injure your neck more often than not. I mean, even guillotines aren't necessarily that bad for your neck if you know what you're doing. So, I mean, maybe getting like suplexed with the guillotine is pretty bad for your neck, but even then you can like jump and go with it and keep your neck safe.
I think where a lot of people are going to run into issues as well is like, especially some of the hobbyists, is like being under cross faces and having rear naked and people face choking them. But if you have strong shoulder blades and strong traps, that's not going to be as much of an issue for you. Obviously, making sure that your neck has good range. I'd say strong shoulders, strong traps, and mobile shoulders, not just strong.
Yeah, careful them face chokes, eh?
Yeah,
that'll do a number.
Good scapula. And one of the main things is just having good, can you extend your shoulders and get your arms over your head? Many people, especially that we know, if you can't like lift your hands over your head, that's going to be a big issue for you. Your traps are going to be very tight. Yeah, exactly. And if you get stuck in that mount position, you're just going to be, oh, fuck, my neck.
Yeah, barely. I feel like I can do it with my elbow bent, but much harder straight.
Yeah, but you can't get overhead. Some people are literally like this. They're like,
I mean, that is just retarded.
I can't even. Yeah, a lot of people, like an office worker, could be like that.
Nah. What age? 35
Some
plus.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
I'm forcing it.
It's cheating, isn't it? Fucking hell.
Shoulder mobility, mate.
Yeah, get on it. Or suffer a broken neck.
Yep.
We don't care, but we will answer. How about this one then for a question?
Go for it, Chief.
Best transition from side control to mount. Struggle to isolate the near arm of the bottom player. Thank you. Or maybe he's signing off with his name. So what do you like to do?
Well, I'm just going to copy your answer and say you don't need the near side underhook.
Right, fair play.
But what I would do, I would try and, if I'm in side control, just get a really good crossface. And then try and isolate the far arm.
Yeah.
And then actually, get the head across and then...
I've got a better answer this time. So if they're just shelling up, right, focus on moving your legs. And if they're pushing you with either of their hands, focus on getting inside position with the hands. So... If their bottom arm is just shelling up close to them, you can kind of just go to mount. But if they're pushing you with their arm, then I'll probably pummel my shins over the top of that arm. Right, so you've got to play between threatening to go to mount when their arm is tight, right? And then if you do that and they start to push, and you don't react, they'll get their knees in. As they push, you have to get your knee over their arm, like your shin over their arm, and then work from there to then again pressure mount, and then you'll make them expose the next part of their body, and then you take something else off of it. So a lot of the time from side control, you'll either go to north-south with a Kimura or you'll go to mount, basically.
Fair play.
Yeah, there it is. So depends, right? But basically that bottom arm, you can pummel your shin over the top if they keep pressing you away with it. That's probably the best way. Or if they're just keeping it tight, then just go to mount. Have to make a distinction between the two.
Fair play, Honor Flanagan.
Here all week.
How do I make sure I'm hydrated before a 7 a.m. BJJ? Drink plenty of water the night before, but not so much, so it's going to keep you up pissing. But I'd say on your way to training, after if you've had some caffeine, anywhere between 500 milliliters to a liter of water, and then when you get to training, make sure you're drinking some water as well in between your rounds. And once you finish training, drink the same amount of water as the weight that you lost with an electrolyte.
What about an electrolyte right before bed? Do you think that would keep you from pissing more?
Because it's going to help you retain more water,
yeah.
Potentially.
Water. Yeah, sorry.
Water.
Do say it correctly.
Water, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If you have just a big jug of salt and a little bit of water, chances are you'll be keeping that water.
Yeah, it'll help you retain that water.
Yeah.
Water,
yeah.
Yep.
So there you go. Maybe I'll start doing that. Have loads of water and an electrolyte, and then it will all be contained within until the morning when I'll have a perfect piss for days.
Try it. See if it works for you.
I'll let you know. I've done it a couple of times, but I didn't think about it the next morning. I just, just piss myself as usual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't even try to go to the toilet anymore. I just let it happen.
Oh, sorry, Max. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Happened again.
Well, I'll see you in the morning.
It is the morning. What to do while having a staph infection and can't grapple? Wow.
Just grapple anyway.
Yeah, fuck it.
Just cover it up and grapple, my G.
Doesn't matter. No, staph's not contagious.
Staph's on people all the time. It's just about you. You joke, but it is. It's just about your immune system. It might be in your nostrils. It might be, on a bit of... It is in the nose, bro. It is in the nostrils, isn't it? Yeah, that's where they test you for staph.
Don't go grapple if you have staph. Don't do that.
But we're not even doctors, so maybe you shouldn't follow our advice.
Well, I
am actually a doctor, though.
Let's preface it with, I'm not a doctor. Owen is.
I am actually a doctor.
It depends how bad the staph is. Yesterday, I was like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just go train anyway. Most of the time, if it's a little staph infection, you should just do more weights and do more conditioning. So you could just go, I'm going to do 3 to 4 weights this week and then try and get 2 to 3 conditioning sessions in. Go and crush that. If it's very bad staph and you have a big abscess, that may be more serious and you probably should just be resting.
Time to go to the hospital, G.
It's time to go to the hospital, my G, and allow yourself. My G.
It's been good to know you.
You should recover. Yeah, if it's a big abscess, you should definitely just focus on recovering and resting so you can heal that fucking abscess. If it's just a spot, it will go away very soon. Lift weights, cardio, sleep well.
Honestly, though, staph can really, really hurt, man. Someone could get really hurt with staph. So if huge amounts of white fluid start leaving your body from the staph, then I would go to the hospital quickly and calmly, and I would explain the situation, and they will give you antibiotics Yeah, because otherwise you just literally die. I wonder how many times I would have died by now if it wasn't for antibiotics.
Yeah. Say we're here in this exact spot 500 years ago.
I'd probably have died of asthma.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because the smog would have sorted me out.
Shout out smog.
Syphilis.
Yeah, it spreads around.
From boning peasants.
Yeah, life would just be awful, though. Imagine how dirty everything would be.
Yeah, but you wouldn't care, though. You'd just be in the squalor. But cold, yes.
Cold would be everywhere as well. You'd just be used to it. You would, because you wouldn't know any different. You'd be like, this is
fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, but you could probably get away with a lot more. I mean, there was Coke in the Coca-Cola, wasn't there? So
I'm talking like 500 years ago, Chief.
No Coke.
I don't think so. Not in the UK.
What about just like alcohol in everything?
Yeah, when you could only drink gin because you couldn't drink tap water or water. Imagine that.
Yeah, man.
Shout out juniper berries.
Are they gin?
That's what it's made out of, yeah.
Love those. Yeah, what would you even eat? You'd probably just be...
Pheasant.
Yeah, you'd probably just die at 25, wouldn't you, like everyone else?
Yeah.
Well, that's it then. Get over it.
Get over it.
Get over it. You don't know any better anyway.
Cry, baby.
God, fucking hell. Write a book about it then.
You can't read. Is stretching post-workout beneficial for recovery? How long should I stretch for? No, it's not.
Yeah, man, it's important to stretch.
It's not. It doesn't help
Stay
recovery.
loose.
It doesn't help recovery at all.
Stay limber.
How long should you stretch for? Until it feels nice. Sometimes it won't feel nice.
Plyo stretches.
Yeah, pliers are good.
Pliers are good as stretches.
You could do deep pliers after training. It's going to be very hard.
Oh, you're in after training?
Yeah, shout plus pliers.
Okay,
it will help. It will teach you to produce and absorb force under pressure in late stages of sport, which is good. But I'd probably keep the pliers to the weights room unless you want to do a little warm up on the mats with your deep tier pliers. I would do that. But back to stretching. I just stretch if I feel like I really want to. It doesn't do a whole lot to me. If you want to get really, really flexible, like if you want to do the splits and get into like a nice thoracic bridge, it's not particularly helpful for anything. But you will need to stretch to get there. But will stretching help your performance on the mats? No. Will it help you recover? No. Don't forget, if you want to stretch, you're gonna have to like stretch muscle fibers, and that's causing damage to muscle fibers. More damage, less recovery. If you already got damaged muscle fibers, where stretching can be useful, a bit of a stretch after class. When you're not pushing too hard, you just get into a nice position. Oh, I feel like I want to stretch these hips out a little bit. Get into the stretch, just nasal breathing.
Do you ever feel like you can overdo the stretches?
For sure.
I feel like that happens very quickly.
For sure.
The line between a nice stretch and I've overdone it and now my leg hurts.
Yeah, for sure. Thin. That's the that's damage to the muscle fiber.
Yeah.
Because if you're already pretty flexible, it's really easy to overdo it with the stretching. Push really hard. You've got much more range to give. So if you want to stretch after training, don't overdo it. You don't need to push too hard into it. It should be thought of as more of a relaxation exercise to get into your parasympathetic nervous system so you can relax and get your heart rate down.
So would you say to just stop stretching once you feel like it's relaxed?
Yep.
Don't continue with the goal of flexibility after training. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
100%.
Love that as an answer. It makes sense to me and it's easier than stretching. Just not.
Let's quickly check the YouTube and then we're done.
Give
That's
it
40 minutes. Yeah.
Mate, good on it.
I'll have a look.
Oh man, we love YouTube. They pay us money.
I just sent you money. Did you see that?
I didn't even see it. It must have gone into the yacht fund next to my other millions.
Do you do a video breakdown of William Tackett versus Ono Flanagan? You should watch that. Oh. As in he's like, you should watch that.
Oh, I see.
Like,
yeah. As in it's already out.
We already saw it.
We saw it. It was more like a play-by-play than I would say a breakdown, but there was some good insights there. I recommend go and check it out. It's good. And he does some other breakdowns, which are pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Oh, one of these trolls. Every time I make my comments not visible, I feel like it's going to be tracking your client. I can't be bothered reading this troll's comments. How would you look?
Wow.
YouTube just throws me off.
Must take you a while to do things. How would you look to enter the false reap against defensive kneeling opponents Or would you go for something else? I actually love doing this. So listen here, buddy. You take an inside grip on the leg you're trying to full sweep. Your left foot swings over and plants on the far thigh. And that will give you and you flare your left knee against their chest. And that will kind of tip them backwards and away from the leg that you're holding, so that you have just enough space to wedge your other knee behind their leg, and only then do you fold your left leg on the inside. So you use that stomp on the hip basically to take their butt off their heels a little bit by kicking them away and pulling their leg. Then you wedge your other knee behind, and then from there you cross your legs in a saddle, and then you scoop your elbow under their shin, and there you have it. That is an entry that everyone can use. Maybe we should do a technique tip on that. Maybe we already have. Say less, my Aoki.
Let's do it, bro.
Fish.
Nice. I think that's a fairly good podcast.
Mate, that was fucking sick. You did really well, that podcast.
40 minutes.
How much do you reckon this will make us? Like 50
50
billion,
50
jillion, trillion pounds?
I've got to put our post up. It's good posting time right now, so I've got to get it out. Right?
Get it out.
Love that,
People love it, mate. They wait every day, mate.
Love that, mate. Fucking hell, where's this post?
What's the post going to be on?
Nutrition for early morning sessions, and then I'm going to do nutrition for late evening sessions.
Can you do one on how to survive in London without getting stabbed?
Yeah, I don't know if that's possible, mate.
What about if you've got a really nice shiny Rolex and like 7 youths come up to you? Okay, it's going to get taken.
It's going to get pinched.
What if it's hard to get off the wrist and you're like, hold on, and you're just fiddling with it, trying to get it off, but the roadmen are really impatient?
They'll just walk away.
They'll walk away.
They'll get sick of it.
With your hand.
I can't be fucked.
They'll take your hand.
No, just be like me. I can't. Forget about
Fucking
it.
hell, mate. Just have a good day, all right?
It's taking too long, isn't it? Go, hurry up.
Who called this guy?
Yeah.
All right.
I had a fantastic time today. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
You got your podcast in Germany? No, the BJJ camp in Germany this weekend.
This is also a camp, actually, yeah. So for the next 3 weekends, I'll be going to Germany for jiu-jitsu camps.
Oh, wow.
The first is Jizz Bunker, a.k.a. Jits Bunker. That is this weekend. It's, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And next weekend is Gorilla Gym in Hamburg. And then the weekend following that is Roman's Dranier's Gym in Germany as well.
Shout out Germany, guys.
God, beautiful. You guys are just hungry for jiu-jitsu. Fair play.
Shout out Hamburg. Hamburg hamburgers. Guys, remember,
Is
subscribe.
that where it's from?
The hamburger, yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I never knew that.
That's where it's from.
Are you sure it's not just a burger made of ham?
Nah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
This is a great podcast.
Mate, Oslin's got his work cut out from today to beep out all swear words. Guys, remember, subscribe.
All
YouTube,
of them.
Spotify, some of them. Spotify.
Yeah,
Go right now. Remember, Owen O'Flanagan has instructionals you can purchase online and watch.
For free.
If you have... Yeah, you can pirate them for free, yeah. Pirate them. You can't pirate my strength programs, unfortunately. Although one person could buy them and you could spread them among many people.
You wouldn't download a hoodie.
Remember those ads? You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't.
But you would download a hoodie. That's the thing.
I
would download a car.
I would. Guys, great to see you.
Thanks, man.
I had such a fun time. Fuck. Episode 60. Shout out episode 60.
Shout
We've been
out
going for
60
over a
years
year
old.
now. That's crazy.
We're
It's
over
crazy.
60.
Poof. Where does the time go? Poof.
Yeah, it just goes by, doesn't it?
Great to see you, man.
At normal rate.